So, guys, we are halfway through, excuse me, the NASCAR season, at least points paying races. And today I'm going to rank every single driver. I'm doing power rankings, baby. I just did some for the NFL for yesterday's video. Go check it out. I'm actually filming this right after I filmed that. It's Monday, July 3rd, 2023 at 7:54 p.m. Central Time. So, yeah. Anyways, let's do this. How y'all doing? Sponsored said Marshall. Figured since I was wearing the NASCAR shirt, I'll just record this tonight. Yeah. Anyways, we're gonna do NASCAR power rankings. This is the same exact tier list I used for what was it? The championship predictions, or yeah, playoff predictions. But um, we're gonna do this. So yeah, we're halfway through the season, so we might as perfect time to do it. Yeah, let's do this. Dang, we're halfway through. That's crazy. So before we get started, yes, I understand 91 is not on there. So just one, I'll give it A tier with Shane Van, because Kenny Rackett and Shane Van Gisbergen in that car. But it's not on the tier list for some reason. I don't know. Now that I think about it, I might actually use a different tier list. You know what? How's about this? I just made my own. I just want the most accurate thing, like the most up-to-date things and all that. You feel me? Yeah. Sounds like EDP just now. All right, may feel me? That's an EDP. Yeah. So here we have S, A, B, C, D, F. By the way, nothing against the other dealers. It's just it doesn't have the right drivers on there. But that's okay. That's okay. Made my new, made my own. So here you go. So let's do this. Starting. By the way, I'm doing this off chart. Every car that's run, whether it's a full-time driver or part-time. If it's full-time, putting the driver or the only driver that's run the car or supposed to run the car at least. 67 is supposed to be run by someone else too. So I forgot the name, but that's why Pastrana's and Spaces is not on there. But for non-full-time cars, or with non-full-time drivers, yes, I even include the uncharted cars. I just put their numbers. Yeah. So off Ross Chastain, man, it's been a good season for him. He's been kind of up and down the season though. If you really think about it. He just got his first win in over a year. At Nashville last week, but he has been a little bit. He started off consistent. And he started to get inconsistent. But Ross Chastain, let me see where he is in points. I'm not basing this solely off points. He started in points overall, very good season. I will put it in. I'll put the top of A tier. Yeah, Austin Cindric. It has literally been a definition of a sophomore slump. He's just not sniffed the front at all this year. I'm sorry, Austin. I gotta put you in F tier. Now this is based on expectations and all that, and what they can do. Austin Dillon's been about the same, but he has been around the front, a little more Austin Cindric at the same time. Kyle Busch is there, so he should have exceeded, but no, he's been not good. D tier. Kevin Harvick, well, that whole organization might be a dumpster fire right now. Harvick's still doing really good. He, of course, is replacing Josh Berry just got announced for that car. Kevin Harvick, it's actually a pretty good season. He should have won Phoenix once for the caution, but it's an A tier. He's having an A tier season. I think he's gonna go off with it on the bank. Kyle Larson, it's been checkers or records this year. Because he's either really good or really bad. It's very consistent. But Larson has a good run. He won. He won Richmond. I'm sorry, I keep on forgetting. I forgot. Richmond. North Wilkesboro. And Martinsville. That's right. That's right. But he's still been good. A tier. I'll put him behind Chastain though. Brad Keselowski's actually had a bounce back season. He hasn't been as good lately, but he's had a bounce back season. RFK is starting to look actually somewhat decent again. They're not what they were a long time ago. But they're on the way. So I'm gonna give Keselowski. I'll give him A tier. I'll put him behind Harvick. Yeah, Corey LaJoy's actually had a pretty good season for himself. He snuck up there in like 22nd in points. It's actually really good for Spire. So you know what? I'm gonna give Corey LaJoy a B tier. Yeah, his run with Hendrick wasn't very good, but I think that I don't know if that car was any good. That good, that's even yeah. And that race, but yeah. Plus, yeah. Now Kyle Busch has had a bounce back season for sure. He has 3 wins, and after gaining 3 wins in the last 2 years, he's got 3 wins now. So Kyle Busch had a bounce back season. He should feel great about the season. He's a legit championship threat. I'm putting S tier. Yeah. Chase Elliott, it's not been a good season. I'm sorry, but she's but it's just he's starting to go up there, but he keeps on doing he keeps on missing races a lot. Like he missed 6 races because of injury, and then he got suspended. It's just been a mess for Elliott. But he is trending upwards. I'll put him in D tier for now, just because actually I'll put him in C tier because he actually is trending back up. But yeah, actually, yeah, I'll put him in C tier because he is trending his way, and he knows he might make the playoffs. So we'll see. Amarola, I'm sorry. He should have stuck with his decision last year. Sorry. Now I guess if he retired, he wouldn't have won the senior race, but he is literally 27th in points. So it's not all his fault, obviously, but that whole dumpster fire that is SHR right now. F tier. It's been a bad season. I'm sorry, Amarola. Actually, I'll put him above Cindric just because he won the Xfinity race. I know. Actually, we're basing this solely off top, so yeah. Denny Hamlin he's had a pretty good season. He's up there. I think he'll be a legit championship 4 threat. I think he'll probably make it to round of 8 at least. Denny Hamlin, I will put him at A tier. I'll put him above Larson. But Hamlin's been good this season. So yeah. Ryan Blaney has had he's always been he was good last year, but he never got that win. But he finally won the Coke 600 after that was a long race, great race by the way. Ryan Blaney, I'm going to put him in A tier. I'll put him above actually I'll put him right there just because he has had the greatest last couple weeks. He's been the best 4 driver though consistently. Yeah, there's that. 13 Jonathan Davenport and Chandler Smith. It hasn't been the greatest ride. They missed the Daytona 500. Granted, that car was not very fast that weekend. They had a decent run at Richmond with Chandler Smith. They missed the All-Star race. Oh, actually, before that, Jonathan Davenport, sorry, more random, didn't have a great run at Bristol Dirt. So I'll give them D tier. It just hasn't fired off completely the way they wanted to. Chase Briscoe, this season's gone downhill real fast. He was around the playoff cutoff line, and then L3 penalty cost him. He has not been good lately. So honestly, it's been a dumpster fire, F tier. It's just yeah. Also gonna mention Dylan got a penalty as well. Yeah. The Recware 15s actually had some pretty good runs this season. They were going pretty good with Jensen Button until he made the mistake on pit road. I get it. It's NASCAR. It's new. I get it. But yeah, to him. But yeah. But JJ Yeley had a pretty good run. The Cook Center. He got 16th. He actually put that car up in the heats. Then Riley Hurst that got top 10 to 500. Yeah, it actually hasn't been a terrible season for Recware in the 15. I'll put him in C tier. Oh, I think they have had more runs than Dylan to do it. I'll put in C tier just for what it's worth. I'm not like ranking these numerically, I guess, but yeah. Edge on Nainer. It hasn't been the way I wanted Omnium to go, but he's starting to get a little better. I will put him at the bottom of B tier just because he is trending upwards finally. But he's been a little disappointed with actually, I'll put him in C tier, but I think he is trending up to B tier. He's getting a little bit better though, so I'll give him that. Chris Buescher's had actually a good season. Honestly, Chris Buescher might actually, depending on how many winners, he might actually be a lock for the playoffs based on the points. But Chris Buescher has actually been pretty good this season. Really, it's probably been his best consistent season. He's actually going to make the playoffs off pure speed. I think he has performed better than Kozlowski on occasions, but they're both pretty equal. I'll give him A tier. I will put him. I'll put him above Harvick. Actually, no, I'll put him below Harvick because Harvick's been closer to winning. Yeah. Actually, I'll put Kozlowski in front of him, but Bush has been very good for what it's worth this season. Yeah. MTJ has had a bounce back season. S tier. What else can I say? He won the Clash. He won Dover, and he won Sonoma after missing the playoffs last season with no wins. Sure, MTJ has had a bounce back season. Christopher Bell, on the other hand, he's had a good season. I'll give him that. He hasn't been as flashy lately, but like he well, but this week he came in and won both stages. Well, stage one, stage two, and then obviously SVG won stage three. We'll talk about that in a bit. But congrats to Shane Van Gisbergen for getting the win. Yeah, Bell. I feel like he's 7th in points or something like that. He's probably a little higher now with all the stage points. He's 4th in points. He's had a good season. I will give him. I'll give him A tier. I'll put him above Chastain because he's been a little bit more consistent than Chastain. Yeah. But Bell's had a good season. He won Bristol Dirt. So yeah. And then he got kind of screwed over by the shortened race. So I think SVG would have won either way. Yeah. Harrison Burton. My God, dude. He wrecks every race. F tier. I'm sorry. It's not been good. He's got to go back to Xfinity or something. Harrison's just not that good. I'm sorry. I like Harrison Burton. Just he hasn't. I don't really honestly. I don't dislike any NASCAR driver at this point. Yes, I know I've said things about him in the past, but he's grown on me because he actually has some good opinions. But Burton, yeah, Hamlin's grown on me though. I do admit, yeah. And Harvick and true. I never really disliked him. He just won a lot. It's just more competitive. But Burton's not that good. Logano, oh, this one was top one to score. He won Atlanta, but outside that, he hasn't been that good this season. He hasn't been great. I think it's an odd number weird thing with odd number years. He has not been great though. He's been he hasn't been the greatest. He's 10th in points, but like it just hasn't been very good. Well, it hasn't been bad. It just hasn't been great. He's like around like like 5th or 14th every week. I expect better out of Penske, but it's not a bad season by any means. B tier. I'll give him B tier. Because he's got that land run. Outside that, he's just been all right. Hasn't been great. Bubba has had I know he's close to the cut line, but he's had some mishaps and he's actually very close to the cut line in the road courses, but he's had some good runs season. I'll put him at the top in the B tier. I might move him to A tier later. I don't know. Because I'll put him B tier just because he is hovering around the playoff cutoff line. Yeah. William Byron, it's been a great season. He's been the best driver in the series this year so far. S tier, 3 wins. What else do I gotta say? Yeah, plus he's consistently been at the races. Yeah. Justin Haley, he actually had a pretty good run yesterday. I will admit. Justin Haley actually legit was thought he was gonna win the race for a second. Then SVG just completely just like he dominated the field, obliterated the field, and he made that thing look easy. But Justin Haley, I will give him top in the C tier just because outside of that, he hasn't had great. Actually, I'll give him bottom in the B tier. Yeah. Actually, I'll give AJ bottom in the B tier as well. Yeah, but Haley, he's had some decent moments this season. Yeah, he showed a lot of talent. He showed what he's made of yesterday. That was pretty cool. But B tier, it's a B minus, honestly. Michael McDowell. Man, I don't know what it is, but he always finds a way. do good. I'm gonna put him at the top. Actually, I'll put him at B tier. I don't think he's at A tier quite yet, but he's hovering around there. But he's actually close to the playoff cutoff line. But yeah, Zane Smith. Oof, this one's a tough one to score because Zane has not, besides the Coke 600, he hasn't really impressed me in his cup starts. To be fair, one of them was in the Rick Ware car, but yeah. Yes, he ran the 51 a couple weeks ago. I think it was at Martinsville. We'll talk about the 51 a bit, but Zane, I'll give him C. Actually, I'll give him about the Rick Ware car because he actually did have a very good Coke. Just he's been hovering around the back. Todd Gilliland's actually outran 5 points in the Rick Ware car. So yeah, speaking of Todd Gilliland's up next, he's actually had some good moments this season. He went like a month off finish outside the top 20, I think. Todd Gilliland, he might be like 26 in points. Part of that's because of Rick Ware. Equipment sucks, but Gilliland, honestly, for what it's worth, I'll give him B tier. Because he's had some good runs this season. He's also shown he's been really good. He's really good at the record. Well, not yesterday. Yesterday wasn't great for him, but he's actually shown he's really good at the road course. Yeah. Ryan Preece. Oof. I had a lot. I thought he was gonna do really good this season, but nope. SHR is still a dumpster fire at the end of the day. But he hasn't been bad. But he's had some moments like he did that down in the first part of Martinsville. Outside that has smooth. I'll put him in D tier. Actually, yeah. I'll put actually no. Yeah, I'll put him above Dylan. But it's just kind of disappointing. It's not Ryan Freeze's fault. I'm kind of disappointed. So because he did did you see what he did in that Rick Ware car last year? It was crazy. Noah Gregson, this season has been about the same as his bowl cut. Not very good. Gregson, he got injured, also wrecks a lot. He also wrecked like 6 times yesterday in the same corner. Actually, yeah, it's not that good. I'll put Harrison over Chase. Just because Chase actually no, I'll put him below Chase. Because Chase at least had a chance to win. But Gregson, just it doesn't just it's a legacy motor club problem. Speaking of legacy motor club, here's one of the other drivers, Eric Jones. It's been disappointment. He hasn't been terrible, but like you get that point penalties, 30 points. I'll put him in the bottom of the C tier. Just because I expect a lot more. Actually, because he does have some good run. He's had some good runs, but C tier, bottom of C tier, I'll keep him there. Tyler Reddick, he had a terrible start to the season. Then he got fired up finally. Then he won Dakota, and he's been pretty good since then. I'll give him A tier. I'll put him above Blaney because he's actually pretty good. I think he's like 7th in points right now. Oh no, he's 12th, but he's had some good moments. I'll give him that. Actually, I'll put him below Blaney. Yeah, but Rex pretty good this season. Yeah. Ricky Stenhouse Jr., man, it has been the season of his life for him. Now, he has been as good the last couple of races. Part of it is just some bad luck. He's 14th in points, actually very good for JTG standards. JTG, they were looking terrible, awful at the beginning of the season. Like, they missed a clash. There was one corner in the heat race. So, yeah. They struggled in qualifying and they struggled in the duels, and they won the Daytona 100. So, yeah, it's been turned around. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. has been very good this season for JTG standards. Remember they're about to shut down? Remember when JTG was rumored to shut down? Well, they're not going anywhere anytime soon. Knock on wood. I'll give him A tier because it's been a very good season for Stenhouse standards. Alex Bowman, my God, my God, dude, he was actually really good to start the season. Leading points and penalty happened. Another penalty happened. Only one of those really counted, but for points at least. And he got injured, and he has not been the same since. So I'll put him below Chase just because Chase is on a better trajectory. Like in fact, Bowman's even close to the cut's pretty out. It's pretty amusing. Yeah, but Alex Bowman, it's he fired off great, then has not been the same. Connor Daly, yes, Connor Daly, that one who runs IndyCar. This is not an IndyCar video, I promise. He ran 2 NASCAR starts, and let's be honest, it has money team has been awful. It's not even Connor Daly's fault. It's just that team's been very slow. But they did make the 500. I'll give him that. But that was because Austin Hill wrecked. If it wasn't for Austin Hill wrecking, he would have missed it. But hey, Connor Daly, you can say he's the only driver this year to run both the Daytona 500 and the Indy 500. So that's pretty cool. Now, this is not a Connor Daly problem. This is a money team problem. I'm sorry, they're very slow. There's a reason why Helio Castroneves declined that ride F tier. Not because Connor Daly is a bad driver. I think he's a good driver. It's just because literally everything goes wrong with the team. Like they're literally last in owner points. That is actually sad. And 51, this is supposed to be Cody Ware's ride. Then let's just say crap hit the fan. And he did some bad things you should never do. I will give him. Well, actually, I'll get the 51 itself because they've been pretty slow this year. Yeah, Lally had an all right run at a decent run at what was it? Coda, not Coda. College Street course. But the 51 had gone downhill. It wasn't right. I mean, yes, Cody Ware ran was pretty fast at the 500. Yeah, but I will put him F because the back behind the scenes has been really bad too. Ty Gibbs has actually had a very respectable season. Yeah, it's not the most flashy season, but he's in the playoffs technically right now. 16. For a rookie, that's actually really good. So I will give him, I'll put him above Michael McDowell. I'll put him in B tier because he's actually had a pretty good season for himself. And he's staying out of trouble, so I'll give him that. Austin Hill, it just has not fired off correctly. He missed the Daytona 500 because he wrecked. That was just bad luck. He would have made it if it weren't for that. And then he got to the front at one point during Talladega, but it was kind of a disappointment during Talladega. He didn't. So I'm gonna go D tier. But Austin Hill's running Atlanta this weekend. Hopefully he can be good. Because I think that's a perfect pick for Beard Motorsports to go with because he's very good super speedways and they basically just run the super speedways. Yeah. And so I think they're supposed to run Chicago Street Course and NASCAR's ruling came in play. But yeah. Next up, 67, Pastrana ran for one race. Did pretty good. I don't really know where else to put this. I'll put him in bottom B. And I forgot his name. Can't forget his name, but Mushi something. Is running at the Indy Road Course. We'll see how it goes. Yeah. Ty Dillon. He's staying out of trouble, but like at the same time, he has not been good. I'll give him. I'll give him F. I'm sorry, but I think he's been better than Harrison. I think he's. I'll put him up Burton because he stayed out of trouble at least. 78. This team's never fired off correctly, but they had a pretty good one. Josh Bilicki. I'll give him. And they had the Parkins Party Plus. I'll give bottom D tier. I don't know. Jimmy Johnson, dude. Oh my god. He bought Legacy Motor Club. He had a pretty good run the day 500 and he wrecked. But that's really not in his control. And then he wrecked lot one of Coda, and then all of his cars had problems at the exact same time for the same problem, I think. At the Coke 600. He's supposed to run a Chicago street race and withdrew because of behind the scenes stuff. Rest in peace. I'm sorry, I had to put him there. It just has not gone right for Jimmy Johnson and that whole team. Now Project 91, the reason why it's not just SVGs because Kimi Räikkönen ran. Kimi Räikkönen, he didn't do great in that car. But Shane Van Gisbergen won his very first NASCAR start yesterday at the Chicago Street Course and won in the Project 91 car. That's better than a lot of other people can do. I'll give it A tier just because when Project 91's out there, it's pretty good. Well, King Ride didn't even do great, but shit, SVG won the race yesterday in his first NASCAR start. He drove that thing like he was driving for 20 years. So, yeah. Daniel Suarez. Oh my God. Let's just say I had way higher expectations for him this season. He always has bad luck. It's supposed part of it's on him, part of it's not. It's complicated. Just I, I don't know, man. He's ran better than he's had some good runs. Yeah, I'll put him in C tier just because he's had some good runs. I think he has the most potential for a second half surge. Yeah, but just I have way higher expectations for Suarez this year. Anyways, that's it for this one. Agree to disagree, I guess. Comment down below what you think. Anyways, so that's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. It is Tuesday, I guess, when this video is coming out. So yeah, please like and subscribe. Have a nice day. Goodbye. See you on the next one. Peace.